Hi. So disregard of I keeping mention, one need to know the momentum characteristics, the power type, the mechanics, and the body conditioning of one style. There are still many people who message me asking me about secret techniques, ask me about mind power, ask me about internal power, asking me about forceful, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so today I like to share with you this so that we want to clear the issue once for all. Okay, because what I'm talking about and what our Wing Chun friends asking me, or how they think or how their mindset is complete a different stuff. Okay, so here I like to share with you here so that you'll be able to understand clearly what I'm talking about. Okay, now when we study Wing Chun, all of us is doing this. First we study chain pan, and then we study this like Tan Da, Fok Da, and then Lat Da, okay? And then we study Chi Sao, all kind of techniques here, okay? Now, after that, we say, okay, we study Xiu Lim Tao, and Xiu Lim Tao have this structure power, and have this elbow power, okay? Then we do that, then we can actually have a lot of power with this structure and forward power, and our body need to be in geometry. Okay? Now, then somebody come around and say, oh, you know what? In Xiu Lim Tao we have this mind power. Will give you some kind of magic power, okay? Or some really powerful stuff, okay? And then some will say, oh, you know what? Tai Chi type of style, the Fa Jing, you know, like bounce people off, those are the ultimate, and we need to study that too, you know. So doing the Fa Jing, the all kinds of force, and all kinds of circular and sticking, and can bounce people, okay? So they go in that direction, practice mind power, practice this Tai Chi kind of stuff, or internal art kind of stuff, okay, where they think someday they can bounce somebody or make somebody fly, okay? Now, and then somebody come around, say, okay, we want to have our Wing Chun inch power, like the Bruce Lee. Okay, or yeah, you know, you can do it this way too. And then on top of that, somebody say, oh yeah, you know, want to do like the Tai Chi, or like the internal art, Fa Jing, okay? Those kind of stuff. Now those are what usually we see in Wing Chun. So and then, oh yeah, you have a special secret Chi Sao techniques. Okay, there's a lot of them. This is how usual people study, okay? And the more advanced they want to get into is they want to get into this magical or mysterious mind power, the Jing, the internal art stuff, bouncing, those kind of stuff, okay? Now, let's look at reality, okay? Reality. Let's look at reality, okay? The reality, according to Qi Ji Guang categorization, there are two types of art. One is long fist, one is short strike, okay? So the long fist go like this, okay? That's how typical long fist. Now, the short strike will go like this. Okay? That is a typical short strike. Now, we see these two things, the long fist and short strike. It has its momentum, and it has this power type, and it has its mechanics characteristics. Okay? And the speed and so forth. Now, look back. Whatever we learn, chain punch, this Hata, all this thing, Chi Sao, and all this mind power, this everything, this magical bouncing power, how is it applicable if you meet somebody who do long fist, okay, in the high speed, okay, and the guy who do the short strike, okay, in the high speed? How is that going to solve this issue? Because this long fist and short strike momentum issue is real life. Okay? How is that mind power? How is that inch power? How is all this theory of internal is going to solve that issue when people is going the long fist momentum roll in or the short strike momentum roll in? How is that? Okay, you can turn my video to the top and see how is it. Will those techniques such as bong, pan, punch, okay, bong, this, and then or from here you shift from here and then you punch. Well, how is those kind of practice handle the long fist or the short strike type momentum? How is it? Can it handle that? Well, it is possible for when the long fist come in with a different multi directions and up and down so forth. Will it possible to do the tanda lapta to actually like a Sadat missiles to catch the missiles who fly in? Okay, think about it. Okay, will any kinds of bouncing power or mind power be able to take those kinds of high speed long fist and the high speed short strike in the full force? Those are all momentum, like crushing by a car or crushing by a truck or crushing by a Ferrari. Will those type of learning be able to handle those things? Or in reality, when one faces those kind of momentum, the whole thing fall apart because one start have no idea what to do because the thing is so fast and it comes from multi directions. Okay? Okay. So what I mean is, one, no matter what art one study, okay, one need to know the momentum characteristics. Like the long fist, at least it be able to do the momentum from different angle of attack. The short strike be able to get in and to do all this in high speed. Okay? And in order for it to be able to execute, it involves the power type, and this is explode power type, and the mechanics. Same is here. Okay? Now, how is it all those so-called mind power and internal and jing and forceful stuff handle the proper mechanics? It can. The reality is this. The reality is mechanic override the so-called force flow or mind power or all those stuff. If one doesn't know the mechanics of the art, it is useless to study those mind power, force flow type of stuff. Because force flow needs the mechanics in order to be effective. So, like in Wing Chun, you need the receiving, the retract, the torque, and then the force flow working here. Okay. It is not that, oh, I have the force flow, I can bounce people and so forth. So it is a disaster in today's learning that people keeping talking about this force flow, this mind power, bouncing and those kind of stuff, internal. Well, in the real life, when you meet a long fist or a short strike guy, it's totally fall apart because one never see what is in the reality. Okay? So it has to follow the order, the momentum of the art, the power type, the mechanics, the body conditioning. Only after one have that, one can talk about, oh, I want to advance my power handling here. So we, the way to advance it, to go refine it is we need to aware of action reaction force, and then so at every instance of this close range of this sticking body we can use it. If one have no idea the mechanics and the momentum, there's no way one get that. Okay, so that's why there's a lot of people, even some of my ex-students is arguing with me about he know better force flow and a higher force flow. It's because they have no idea about this momentum, the power type, the mechanics. One can train 100 years on force flow. Compare with those who train momentum and mechanics to make it happen. The 3 months training of this will defeat all what the force flow mind power guys. Why? Because we live in the physical world. Everything in physical, if we want result, it need to be well defined. Okay? And that's why one need to learn the mechanics. One need to get good at it. One need to learn the momentum. One need to get good at it. And the more refined, the more high speed it go. Okay? It's not singing, being there. Xu Lin Tao, oh, I have mind power. I adjust my my spine. I lift my anus, and then I have this fudging, the force. I sing my chi. Nobody's going to care for those stuff when they get into this range. Okay, and you don't have time for that if you never practice this momentum and mechanics. And the guy who is good in the mind power and the force flow is going to be within this. Okay, so don't get me wrong that there's no force flow. Yes, because there's the action reaction force. We like it or not, that's Newton's law. The make use of action reaction force is about force flow. But first, one needs the mechanics. Okay, and so one can have even more refined control or handling. Okay, so I hope that you see all this thing. The issue of the entire Wing Chun education in general, I say in general, not everybody, okay, is that one do not go study the momentum of the sticking body short strike. One have no idea about the power type, do not know the 3 mechanics, the retract or the mechanical advantage, if you want to use the physics term, the torque, and the use of action-reaction force, and then the body has to condition with that. So the people ask me, oh yeah, I know the may, row, and all this thing. What good is to drop those terms of may, row, or soft? The bottom line is, can one conditions, one joins, every joints, because one need to use it, okay? You can see in the forum everywhere, everybody is quoting, oh, you know, this is from may, next slide, row, chi. What is row and chi when I'm here? Okay? I don't say that it's not there. But what is there? Is that according to those kind of stuff? It's not. So this is what I have to share with you. Don't live in a different paradigm and not living in reality and try to solve the issue in this world by some kinds of idea or concept, philosophy, or interpretations. Reality is based on science. Disregard of whose interpretations or philosophy. Law of physics do not care, okay? And in 1560s, General Chi Guang already write it clearly in one single page. But people keeping going to all the fantasy and philosophy, Zen, Tao, Chi, and all this thing. Why don't people just read somebody that page which the reality is, and which is converge with the science today? Okay, so I hope that you see what I'm talking about. And when you study Wing Chun, first study the momentum, then study the power type, and then study the mechanics, so that you be able to implement the Wing Chun. And of course you want to condition your body for that, and then in that way you know why you're doing that, how you're doing it, instead of say, hey, you know, this is May's stuff. It has to be have chi, it has to be soft. Soft what? Those are just empty terms. Okay? Or, oh yeah, you know, Wing Chun is from Jisim, from Mui, from... What has that got to do with Wing Chun? Or in my opinion, this is the way. I mean, the reality is reality, okay? So this is for you today.